Hello my friends, today we are at the Haven Cottage and we are going to be creating something useful out of a space that's currently very unuseful. That's better, right? Now we love lake life, but I do not love bringing the sand inside the house. So we are going to create a super simple DIY foot washing station to get all the sand off outside before they come in, and I'm going to bring you along for the journey. First step is going to be moving all of these bigger rocks so that I can make a level surface. Ew. The big one really needs to move. I don't know if I can do it by myself though. I'm thinking a like would give me a little bit more strength right about now, guys. We have a lot of big spiders. Alright, I moved the big rock over from here to here because I want it still to be like a part of the focal point, but this is where I need my foot washing station to be. So now I'm going to just level out this ground as much as possible because it's on a constant downhill slope. Otherwise, my foot washing station will not be level. So, I got these interlocking teak panels that are going to be the floorboards, and I'm actually going to put down the cardboard that they came in as a weed barrier underneath of my weed fabric, because cardboard is a really nice all-natural weed barrier and it decomposes over time, so you don't have to worry about that. And then I'm going to place this over top. Hopefully it's going to work. We'll see. Even though I leveled out the ground, the rocks that were already existing were making it very difficult for the interlocking panels to lay flat. And so I needed to beef up the bottom before I laid them down. I did a lot of kind of makeshift leveling with some scrap wood that we had laying around the cottage, and then I would test out whether or not they were straight and level and sturdy quite a few times. And in hindsight, what I would actually do is go back and just build a platform. It would be much simpler to have a solid surface underneath these interlocking tiles than the way that I did it. But hindsight is 20/20. I may go back later this summer and build a platform to elevate those tiles and make it a little bit more sturdy. But for now, we have it down and I'm going to see how it works throughout the summer. I laid out a heavy-duty weed barrier because I do not want weeds growing up through my rocks and through my tiles, especially because this area is going to be heavily watered as we wash our feet off. Once I got all of the cardboard and the weed barrier in place, I laid out my interlocking tiles in a 4-foot by 3-foot section, leaving an interior hole of a 2-foot by 1-foot section. And that is where I placed the Mexican beach pebbles, which are the smoothest rock. I have pond rock placed around the rest of the exterior of that landscape, but that is sharper rock and we don't want to be stepping on that for our foot wash station. So I created a little path that you can walk to the foot washing station with the Mexican beach pebbles, and then they're also on that interior section. Then I attached a decorative hose hanger. I have a spigot right around the corner, which worked out perfectly. This project is easiest done around an existing spigot. Smile for the camera. This would have easily been a one-day project had I not ran out of rocks, but it wouldn't be a DIY if you don't have to go to the hardware store several times. I originally only bought 2 bags of pond rock, but I had a much larger area to put the pond rock around than I had originally expected, and so we ended up going back and buying 10 more bags for a total of 12 bags for this area. Before, this area was weed grown, the rocks were super sparse and discolored, and now it is a beautiful hardscaped focal point, and it's practical for a foot washing station. As people come up off of the beach and onto the deck, they can wash their feet and then they can head right inside. It's super simple for the kiddos to do and any guests that we end up having here at the Haven Cottage, and it would also make a practical dog washing station as well. If you decide to go the dog washing station route, I would actually probably recommend keeping the tiles on the inner portion of that as well and skipping the Mexican pebbles altogether. There are a lot of different ways to do a DIY foot washing station. You can do something super simple. You can do something way more elaborate than this with like an outdoor shower, but I wanted something that would blend into the landscape. It would be a part of the overall charm of the cottage and also serve a purpose. Now we have a very nice looking landscape situation that also doubles as a foot washing station. And we're gonna stop the sand from coming inside, and it's gonna look pretty at the same time. I hope you enjoyed seeing this project come together. Let me know in the comments if you are going to attempt this in your own home, whether you have a beach house, a lake house, or you just have mud and dirt that gets tracked in at your home as well. Make sure and hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications, and stay tuned for my next video. We'll see you next time.